Hello everyone, and welcome to the final virtual event as part of our Career Week, a series of Korean events on virtual startups and SMEs. Before we begin, we wanted to cover a few housekeeping items. At the bottom of your screen are multiple application engagement tools you can use. All the engagement tools are resizable and movable, so feel free to move them around to get the most out of your desktop space. You can expand your slide area or maximize it to full screen by clicking on the arrows in the top right corner. If you have any questions during the webcast, you can submit them through the Q&A engagement tool. Please take note that all questions will be answered later via email. For the best viewing experience, we recommend using a wired internet connection and closing any programs or browser sessions running in the background that could cause issues. For the best audio quality, please make sure your computer speakers or your headset are turned on and the volume is up so that you can hear the presenters. Some networks cause slides to advance more slowly than others, so logging off your VPN is recommended. If your slides are behind, pushing F5 on your keyboard will refresh the page. You can find additional answers to some common technical issues located in the Help Engagement tool at the bottom of your screen. Korean SMEs and Start-ups Delegation have been participating in the Intra-African Virtual Trade Fair 2020 since October with the Korean Africa Foundation, or CAF, and their products and services will be presented until October 2021 on this virtual platform. The participating Korean SMEs and Startups Delegation hope to enhance collaboration and networking opportunities at the Intra-African Virtual Trade Fair with various stakeholders, including African global investors and entrepreneurs. Today, we will get to hear from 3 of the businesses from the Korean delegation. For now, I would just like to introduce Mr. Isaac Hubert Arthur.
So just knew there's some crazy shit going on.
Hi, my name is Ki-hyun Roh, and I'm the CEO and founder of Kormina. Kormina is a one-stop K-entertainment company that provides content about Korean street culture, food, and consumer products, and then help those viewers buy Korean products at lowest prices directly from Korean merchants. In other words, we are a content commerce company. We currently are targeting English speakers all over the world, but our main target regions are Africa and Middle East. Let me explain why we decided to target those regions initially. Africa and Middle East are showing incredible growth in the following areas. Number 1, internet and mobile penetration. Number 2, e-commerce. And number 3, population. Korean content and products have been becoming more and more popular as K-pop, Korean movies and dramas expanded globally. Korea has also become a hotspot destination for tourists from all over the world. Here are the content side of our platform, and let me explain one by one. We'll be embedding these videos from other YouTubers, but we also will produce our own on the following verticals. Number 1, street views. This will be a series of videos that record the actual streets of South Korea, starting with in-Seoul areas to provide international viewers with the experience of what it's like to be in Korea. Number 2, food. In this section, we'll be showing videos of street food in Korea as well as restaurant food, so that viewers, when they actually plan to come to Korea, they can easily prepare where to go. 3, shopping. In shopping, we'll actually show videos of touring popular stores, including beauty stores, fashion stores, and character goods stores. This is the key part of our content that can directly connect our viewers to our commerce platform. In shopping, we'll be providing customers with products that our currently registered sellers sell. We have about 15 companies on board with us that are selling various Korean products ranging from beauty, clothing, shoes, accessories, food, characters, and so on. Our business model and strategy are pretty clear and straightforward. Number 1, attract viewers with our various Korean cultural contents and then convert some of them into consumers by providing best possible prices. Number 2, our main revenues will come from running YouTube channel as well as referral fee of 15% that we charge our sellers. In the future, there could be more advertising fees we can charge sellers and brands for ad spots on our platform once we start attracting heavy traffic. What makes us different from other competitors? Number one, content first, commerce later. Korean strives to provide quality content about Korea, especially for those who learn and feel what it's like to live in Korea. After COVID-19, more and more people spend time watching videos online because they can't travel, and Korean can satisfy these viewers' needs. Number two, marketplace for best price and various products. In order to provide the lowest price possible, Korean doesn't purchase products directly to take any inventory risk. Instead, we carefully pick Korean sellers and companies who would like to join our platform and provide many different kinds of products as engineer. And also, I've experienced working at Google Japan and Google Korea as a partnership manager, as well as digital marketing manager. Setting up a marketplace and managing it take a lot of resources. I cannot do this alone, and that is why initially I partnered with a company with long experience in managing seller relationships and cross-border. And next step is to build stronger foundations in terms of product sourcing and content creating. Currently, I'm managing most of the tasks alone, 2 people at the end of this year to facilitate content creating and platform managing respectively. Thank you for your time today, and please stay tuned for more exciting updates from Korean.
안녕하십니까. 아프리카 대륙과 동아시아 여행객을 이어주는 플랫폼 트립소다입니다. 2015년까지만 해도 학술지에 실린 한국인들의 아프리카에 대한 묘사는 미디어의 영향으로 원시적이고 낙후된 절망의 땅이었습니다. 하지만 한국의 유명 팁 아프리카 편에서 유명인들이 아름다운 나미비아의 사막을 무탈히 여행하는 모습을 본 많은 사람들은 아프리카 여행에 대해 긍정적으로 생각하게 되었습니다. 아프리카 대륙의 한국을 포함한 동남아시아 출신 관광객들은 탄자니아 기준 4년 사이 170%나 증가하였지만 이들을 위한 정보나 관광 서비스는 매우 부족한 실정입니다. 아프리카 설문 결과 아프리카 여행을 걸림돌로 98%의 인원이 치안 문제에 대한 불안감을 꼽았고 70% 투어 가격을 꼽았습니다. 55개의 국가로 이루어진 아프리카 대륙을 일반화하긴 어렵지만 특정 분쟁 국가 및 위험 지역만 피한다면 유럽이나 미국보다 여행하기 안전한 국가들도 많은 것이 사실입니다. 하지만 강도, 살해, 강간 등 자극적인 내용의 진위 여부를 확인할 수 없는 여행 괴담이 현재도 인터넷 포털을 통해 광범위하게 유포되고 있으며 아프리카 여행에 대한 불안 심리는 줄지 않는 실정입니다. 투어 레이더의 대륙별 현지 투어 상품 가격 비교 결과 아프리카는 남미뿐만 아닌 유럽보다도 비싼 평균 투어 가격을 보유하고 있을 만큼 저렴한 투어를 찾아보기 힘들었습니다. 설문 결과 특히 2030 세대 관광객들은 이런 비싼 현지 투어 가격에 큰 부담을 느낀 것으로 조사되었습니다. 트립소다는 아프리카 여행의 2가지 걸림돌의 해결책으로 차례로 여행 동행 매칭을 통한 함께 가는 안전한 여행을 그리고 함께 가면 더 저렴한 공동구매 투어를 제안드립니다. 위험한 곳도 함께 다니면 안전하다는 인식으로 한국인들 사이에서는 아프리카 여행 시 동행구이는 선택을 넘어 필수적인 아프리카 종단 여행 당시 이미 40여 개국을 홀로 여행한 경험이 있던 저조차도 안전한 여행을 위해 동행을 구하여 다녔을 정도입니다. 여행 온라인 커뮤니티인 고고 아프리카에는 한 달 수백여 건의 동행 구인들이 전체 동행 플랫폼 유저는 200만 명에 달합니다. 온라인에서 동행을 구해본 여행객 200여 명 대상 설문 결과 2가지 문제점이 두드러졌습니다. 첫 번째로 여행 스타일이 달라 함께 여행 중 갈등을 겪은 경우, 두 번째로 온라인 동행 구인 과정에서의 범죄 위험 노출이 있었습니다. 트립소다 동행 여행을 위한 솔루션을 보유하고 있습니다. 관광 심리학의 2가지 이론을 기반으로 한 여행 취향 분석 알고리즘은 현장 실험을 통해 개발되었고 특허 출원되었습니다. 가입 시 여행 관심사를 선택하고 간단한 테스트를 통해 자신의 여행 스타일과 유사한 여행 동행과 투어 상품을 추천해드립니다. 또한 온라인 공간의 안전 문제 해결을 위해 에어비앤비에서도 사용하는 검증된 신원인증 솔루션을 정식 도입하였습니다. 동아시아계 여행객들은 스카이스캐너의 2016년 조사에 따르면 박앤헌터, 즉 가성비를 중시하는 여행객으로 분류됩니다. 아프리카 대륙의 많은 국가들은 대중교통이 발달되어 있지 않고 관광지가 산재되어 있어 현지 투어를 통한 여행이 필수적입니다. 하지만 아프리카 대륙의 현지 투어는 동아시아계 여행객들의 스타일을 고려하지 않은 지나치게 거품 낀 가격의 투어만 존재하는 형국입니다. 트립소다는 아프리카의 거품 낀 현지 투어 가격을 저렴하게 그리고 동아시아 출신 알차게 만들 솔루션도 보유하고 있습니다. 현지 투어를 하게 되면 10인승 밴에 1명이 타든 10명이 타든 인당 가격을 냅니다. 구매 시 분명 가이드가 존재한다 하였는데 운전기사가 가이드를 겸하는 경우나 가이드가 투어 시작 시 역할을 제대로 못하는 경우가 빈번합니다. 공동구매 투어는 이집트 현지 10인승 밴인데 이를 공동구매 방식으로 판매하게 되면 10명이 모일 시 기존 투어 대비 최대 90% 저렴한 가격의 투어가 가능하다는 점에서 착안되었습니다. 승면 또한 확보하기 위해 트립소다는 데이터를 활용하여 맞춤형 테마 일정을 공동구매 투어는 일정, 차량, 그리고 기사만 제공되지만 투어 가이드의 부재는 GPS 기반 애플리케이션을 통해 들을 수 있는 생생한 다국어 오디오 가이드 제공으로 해결됩니다. 해당 플랫폼을 개발 중인 트립소다는 아프리카 여행에 대한 동아시아계, 특히 한국인들의 막연한 걱정을 소다처럼 시원하게 해결해주는 것을 목표로 보시다시피 트립소다는 다양한 정부기관, 정부 산하기관, 그리고 산학협력기관들로부터 다양한 지원을 받고 있습니다. 코로나19의 어려운 상황에서 트립소다는 비즈니스 모델의 우수성을 인정받아 억 단위의 사업화 자금을 수주하였고 다른 경쟁 여행 포스트 코로나 시국을 대비하여 고용 인원을 오히려 늘리고 있습니다. 트립소다는 아시아에서 유일한 아프리카를 여행하는 1인 여행객을 타겟팅한 플랫폼입니다. 또한 한 아프리카 재단의 여행 스타트업이기도 합니다. 트립소다의 성공 가능성은 다양한 유력기관의 펀딩, 특허, 그리고 장관의 표창 등 각종 수상 경력으로 증명됩니다. 트립소다 플랫폼의 강점은 무엇보다 나날이 증가하는 1인 여행객 공동구매 기능입니다. 한국의 1인 여행객은 5년 사이 5배 증가하였고 전체 여행객의 트립소다 플랫폼에서는 실시간 가격 방식의 판매로 1인 여행객도 저렴하게 투어 상품을 구매할 수 있습니다. 두 번째로 특허 출원된 여행 스타일 분석 알고리즘을 통해 자신의 스타일에 맞는 투어와 동행을 추천받게 되며 이와 같은 색다른 방식의 추천을 통해 상품 구매 성사율을 높입니다. 또한 GPS 기반 오디오 가이드 앱 제공을 통해 다국어로 현지 가이드의 알찬 오디오 가이드를 자신의 일정에 맞추어 들을 수 있게 됩니다. 저희는 현재 한국 인바운드 여행 상품을 판매하고 있으며 소개드린 아프리카 여행 플랫폼은 금년 12월 개발 완료와 동시에 런칭이 예정되어 있습니다. 아프리카 여행 중 적당한 가이드를 구하는 것은 힘듭니다. 저렴한 가이드는 영어조차 찬 가이드는 그 가격이 상상을 초월합니다. 트립소다는 제 돈 내고 고용하기엔 부담되는 현지 전문 가이드 한 가이드를 다국어로 제공합니다. 오디오 가이드 앱의 경우 현재 iOS와 안드로이드용으로 개발 완료된 상황이며 GPS 기반으로 편하게 가이드를 청취할 수 있습니다. 해당 오디오 가이드 서비스는 저희 공동구매 투어를 구매하시는 분께 무상으로 제공됩니다. 트립소다는 아프리카 현지 투어 중개업체로 모집하고 있습니다. 늘어나는 동아시아 출신의 2030 세대 자유여행객을 위한 플랫폼인 트립소다와 협업하여 단지 차량과 기사 제공만으로 랜드사는 높은 이윤을 보장받을 수 있습니다. 현재 트립소다는 코로나 상황 때문에 한국 강원도에서만 투어 상품을 운영하고 있습니다. 나미비아와 이집트 투어 운영을 위한 준비는 완료되었으며 코로나가 끝나기만을 기다리는 상황입니다. 대표이자 웹 개발자이기도 한 저는 아프리카 종단 여행 경험을 포함하여 세계 50여 개국을 여행한 경험을 가지고 있으며 국제기구, 투자청 및 해외 근무 경험을 가지고 있습니다. 트립소다 기획 운영팀에서는 공인회계사와 외국계 컨설팅 펌 출신의 다양한 재능을 가진 팀원들이 밤낮 없이 포스트 코로나 여행 산업을 위한 준비를 하고 있습니다. 트립소다 개발 디자인팀은 을 가진 5년차, 15년차 시니어 개발자들을 보유하고 있으며 3명의 수습 개발자들과 함께 개발을 진행하고 있습니다. 뉴스를 보니 아프리카 대륙에 약 160만 명의 코로나 누적 확진자가 존재한다 합니다. 전문가들의 의견에 따르면 여행업계에도 뉴노멀이 도래한다고 하는데요. 서비스가 그 내용입니다. 아프리카 시장의 온라인 기반, 안전 및 개인화 여행 서비스를 제공하는 트립소다는 포스트 코로나 새로운 여행의 패러다임을 만들어 나갈 것입니다. 대한민국 여행업은 절대 망하지 않습니다. 2019년 기준 대한민국 여행 수지는 마이너스 107억 달러, 2018년 기준 전 세계에서 여행 지출이 가장 많은 국가 해외여행에 대한 욕구가 높은 편입니다. 최악의 업황에서 상대적으로 낮은 고정비로 버틸 수 있는 트립소다는 반드시 살아남아 성공할 것입니다. 저희 사무실은 서울의 중심에 위치하고 있습니다. 언제나 궁금한 점이 있다면 기재된 이메일로 연락 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Hello everyone. As we all know, K-beauty is a term for skincare product derived from South Korea. So it's safe to say that South Korea is the new hub for beauty needs, skincare especially. Today we have the CEO of Choi Skin, Selina Choi, and skincare enthusiast Anj Aisha. Can we know about Choi Skin?
Yes. Choi Skin is a K-beauty solution for Africa. With my own experience of 10 years living in Cameroon and Nigeria, we are in common to desire to be more beautiful. And they also like to experience a K-beauty skincare product. But mostly, they do not know where to find the product and how to use it. Not only K-beauty product, but most skincare items, I've been seeing so many cases that we do not find a safe and quality product in the market. One of my friends uses one brightening cream and it makes some part of her face become discolored. So using a safe to improve the product might be really dangerous for your skin. In order to share this information and knowledge to use, we are building a K-beauty online channel for Africa. In Korea, there are over 20,000 skincare companies and millions of products, but only few of them are introduced in Africa. So we are trying to introduce quality product and provide the information how to use. On the other hand, I always question why African people use the important product from Asia or some Western countries. Because we do not have many choices in the local market regarding safety issues. So we are on a project on developing a skincare set which is designed for only African skin. I'm currently doing an interview with women living in South Korea to collect the good information about the product and receive the feedback. Based on the data, I'm sure Choi Skin can bring you a better product to fit your skin.
Can you tell us about your beauty products and what you have to offer to the African beauty market?
This is a set of 4 products consisting of cleansing oil, foam cleansing, moisturizing toner, and functional cream. Having a proper cleanse is a really key issue for maintaining a healthy skin. For those who do a makeup, they are recommended to do a double cleansing. I choose a cleansing oil among many different types, like wipes or cleansing water and etc. Cleansing oil is the gentlest product to ensure every last trace of water from mascara and foundation is removed without tugging. Also, you can give yourself a nice relaxing massage with a foam cleanser. After that, you have to make sure to hydrate and moisturize your skin with a moisturizing toner and cream. If you are not familiar with a skincare routine, just having this one set would help you easily take care of your healthy skin.
Why is Africa your target market?
Well, this is from my heart. It's simple. I feel like I'm African at heart. I lived in Nigeria and Cameroon for 10 years, and I have had the opportunity to meet different African people and to have an insight of different cultures. They are passionate with a warm heart, and the youth has a lot of potential. My products serve 2 purposes. One, to have the confidence of African women, since we are all share a desire for beauty. In the long term, I want my product to be the source of helping the community. I want to help single mothers and support their children's education on the long run. My past was in Korea, and my present is in Africa, and my future is Africa too.
Hi Anj, thanks for coming today. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Anj and I am a skincare enthusiast. I've been actively practicing skincare for about 2 years now, and I currently have a YouTube channel where I give skincare lessons, tips, reviews, and recommendations.
Did you use a skincare product prior to coming to Korea?
No, I didn't have one, but after I came to Korea with environmental changing and changing the food and everything, I was looking for something that could help my skin stay healthy, and so that's how I got into skincare.
In my experience as Africans, we tend to have a good skin due to good climate and organic food. So one might think having a skincare routine is not important, or could wonder if Korean skincare products are good or fit for African skin. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, that's very true. We have a very great skin, but I think that the older we get, or with environmental change, stress and all of that, your skin does get to a point where it needs a skincare routine or where it needs extra help. So having a specific skincare routine is very important. And I think that Korean products are a perfect fit for our skin. Well, I have African skin, but more to that, I think that Korean products, they tend to have very nourishing and safe ingredients that could be healthy to any skin, so I think Africans would find them amazing.
I understand that you are a skincare enthusiast. I mean, being a skincare enthusiast must be nice, yeah. Can you give us some healthy tips on how to take care of our skin?
Well, the first tip I could offer is to know what your skin needs. Of course, we all have different needs for our skins, but the very most important things that you need to focus on is how clean is your skin. So you have to cleanse your skin very well and then moisturize it afterwards. And one very important step is also the sunscreen. So you might know this because a lot of African people or Black people in general, there's this stigma that we don't need sunscreen, but we actually do need sunscreen because what a sunscreen performs is that long term, it avoids or helps you prevent the risk of skin cancer, but also short term, it avoids having sunburns, which to most of us leads to hyperpigmentation and discoloration.
Thank you all for tuning in with K-Beauty. We are happy to have Choice Skin and Orange today, offering us their insights on K-Beauty and the African market. We are looking forward to what Choice Skin will offer to the African women's beauty industry.
Who will be providing some context and insights into the intra-African trade and the virtual trade fair. Mr. Isaac Hubert Arthur joined a Frixen Bank, the African Export-Import Bank, as Senior Manager, Intra-African Trade Initiative, responsible for IATF and exhibitions in June 2020. Prior to joining a Frixen Bank, Mr. Arthur was the Executive Director of the Africa Center for International Trade and Development, a trade policy think tank based in Accra, Ghana. For the past 15 years, Mr. Arthur has worked for several international organizations in Ghana and Europe. He worked as the head of Knowledge Management Unit of the West Africa Civil Society Institute, Junior Associate at the International Center for Trade and Sustainable Development, based in Geneva, Switzerland. Other organizations Mr. Arthur worked with include the French CNRS, as Research Assistant, Finitrade Holdings SA, the West Africa Regional Office, as Administration and Procurement Officer, the High Commission of Canada as Trade Commissioner Assistant, Ghana UK Chamber of Commerce and Industry as Executive Secretary, and British High Commission as Entry Clearance Assistant. Mr. Hubert Arthur, please go ahead.
Distinguished directors and CEOs of Korean SMEs and Start-ups, colleagues from African Bank, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Korean Week, made up of roadshows that will focus on showcasing and promoting Korean startups and SMEs on the Intra-African Virtual Trade Fair platform. This Korean Week will introduce a selection of startups and SMEs, as well as their products and services that have been specifically designed to support African markets in the context of driving extra Africa trade. The roadshows also aim to provide a virtual platform for the participating Korean SMEs and Startups Delegation that gives an enhanced collaboration and networking opportunities with various stakeholders, including African and global investors and entrepreneurs. As a Pan-African multilateral trade finance institution with a mandate to promote and finance intra and extra African trade, African Bank is committed to championing the promotion and expansion of trade and investment on the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic of Korea and African states have always shared relations with one another in many ways. However, the relations between the two entities were not particularly focused on an agenda of development until the Korea-Africa Forum Initiative. Today, Korea-Africa relations have transformed into a new socio-economic development partnership that has relatively grown from strength to strength. Specifically on Korea-Africa trade and investment relations, Korea is a technologically advancing manufacturing state deprived from the abundant natural resources, while Africa is a natural resource-rich continent with a long-term need for skills, technology, and infrastructure transfer. The Korea-Africa Forum and Korea-Africa Forum on Economic Cooperation have become significant and important actors in extending the scope of Korea-Africa Economic Investment Cooperation to covering socio-economic issues of development in Africa. There has been a rapid but steady increase in the number of Korean multinational corporations investing in Africa in partnership with different African state of governments. Corporations such as Hyundai Motors, LG Electronics, POSCO Steel are examples of Korea's continuing investment in Africa's development agenda, while attaining Africa's consumer market and natural resources beneficiation. Africa steadily but critically receives Korea's skills, technology, and infrastructure transfer in its development agenda. In neoliberal institutionalism, it is both in Korea and Africa to act in their rational capacity in seeking mutual interest and maximum gains through active participation in the Korea-Africa Forum or Korea-Africa Forum on Economic Cooperation. These aforementioned institutions are significant international actors because without them, chances of cooperation among states are less likely to occur, and even if they do, they are less likely to amass maximum gains. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa and Africans are on the cusp of making history with the implementation of the AFCFTA on the 1st January 2021. Intra-Africa trade under the AFCFTA is expected to increase by about 52% by 2022 and more than double within the first decade of implementation. The scope of AFCFTA is broad and the opportunities are vast for Africans and non-Africans, as the global economy is in turmoil due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And in response, developing countries are rolling out stimulus packages to revamp their economies. The creation of this vast AFCFTA continental market is the stimulus package that the continent has to help African countries diversify their exports, accelerate growth, and attract foreign direct investment beyond the pre-COVID-19 level. The implementation of the AFCFTA is a huge step forward for Africa, demonstrating to the world that it is emerging as a leader on the global trade agenda. We believe that the AFCFTA will create opportunities for more Korean investment into Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the year 2020 has been a very challenging year for most companies and countries across the continent due to the effects brought by COVID-19 pandemic. Digital technologies and automation are going to be key to enabling and promoting trade and investment in Africa, even in the post-COVID-19 future. The bank has taken a proactive approach in the development and promotion of such technologies in the trade and investment space. One of such initiatives is the Intra-African Virtual Trade Fair platform that we are currently using. The bank is excited about its partnership with the Korea Africa Foundation and the SMEs and other startups that have taken up exhibition booths on the Virtual Trade Fair platform. The bank launched the IAVTF, commonly known as the VTF, in 2018, which not only mimics the physical trade fair during the IATF, but also allows those that may not be able to participate in the physical trade fair to do so virtually. The VTF also allows buyers and sellers to take and see this webinar is actually taking place on the VTF platform. And I encourage you to take some time after the end of this roadshow to familiarize yourself with the VTF. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to invite you to the Intra-Africa Trade Fair holding in Kigali, Rwanda, during 6th to the 12th of September 2021. The bank pioneered the establishment of the IETF which is the largest and go-to trade and investment fair on the African continent. The first edition of the IATF was in 2018 and attracted over 2,500 conference delegates and over 1,000 exhibitors from 45 countries, resulting in over $32 billion worth of trade and investment deals. In this context, I encourage Korean SMEs and startups that are looking to expanding their businesses into Africa to take virtual booths to exhibit their goods and services and also participate in the IATF 2021 in Kigali in September 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I would like to emphasize on the importance of this growing partnership between the Republic of Korea and Africa. Korea-Africa relations have indeed transformed into a new development partnership that will see more Korean investments into the African continent. The AFCFTA has created more investment opportunities in Africa, and today we can proudly say that Africa is indeed ready for business. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a wonderful Roadshows this week.
Thank you so much for that insightful information around the trade fair. So IATF 2021 will provide a unique and valuable platform for businesses to explore an integrated African market of over 1.2 billion people with a combined GDP of over $2.5 trillion created under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, or the AFCFTA. The successful launch on 7 July 2019 of the operational phase of the AFCFTA has brought into focus the great potential for trade, investment, and socio-economic development across Africa. To give us more information today on IATF 2021 is Janice Costa, who is the Head of Sales and Sponsorship for IATF 2021. Janice, over to you.
Greeting, esteemed guests. Thank you for joining us on our IATF Virtual Roadshow. My name is Janice Costa. I'm Head of Sales and Sponsorship for the Intra-African Trade Fair that will be taking place from the 6th to the 12th September 2021 in Kigali, Rwanda. African Bank, in collaboration with the African Union and the government of the Republic of Rwanda, will host the second edition of the Inter-Africa Trade Fair under the theme Building Bridges for a Successful AFCFTA. Inter-Africa Trade Fair is the key event boosting trade in Africa. No other event brings together more professionals under one roof. In 2021, IATF's theme will focus on the newly launched African Continental Free Trade Area, a single market for goods and services across 55 countries aimed at boosting trade and investment. The Inter-Africa Trade Fair 2021 will provide a unique and valuable platform for businesses to access an integrated African market of over 1.2 billion people with a combined GDP of over $2.5 trillion created under the African Continental Free Trade Area. We're going to focus on bringing together continental and global players who are seeking business and investment opportunities in Africa. We will serve as a marketplace where buyers and sellers can meet and continue to explore various business opportunities. We will provide a platform for B2G and B2B networking and development of business opportunities. We will share trade and investment and market information to identify solutions while addressing challenges affecting intra-Africa trade. We will also use this opportunity to share information about African Bank initiatives, trade finance, and trade facilitation interventions. The first edition of IATF in 2018 attracted well over 2,500 conference delegates, over 1,000 exhibitors from over 45 countries, resulting in over $32 billion worth of trade and investment deals that were closed at the event. The second edition of the Inter-Africa Trade Fair is expected to be even bigger and aims to attract 5,000 conference delegates, and over 1,100 exhibitors, including over 10,000 visitors and buyers from over 55 countries who will engage to grow trade and investment on the African continent, and more than $40 billion in trade and investment deals are being targeted at IATF 2021. The key components of our second edition is our exhibition, our trade and investment forum, the virtual trade fair, our Creative Africa Nexus program, B2B and B2G exchanges, country days, IATF Automotive Show, and our Youth Startup Program. The exhibition will offer an opportunity for you to showcase your goods and services. It will provide a platform for countries and companies to identify credible partners that can facilitate foreign direct investment flows necessary for expanding Africa's productive capacity. The exhibition will cover multiple sectors and run for the full 7 days. This will include speed networking, matchmaking, a hosted buyers program, workshops, and many more. The Trade and Investment Conference this year will address topical issues relating to trade, finance, payments, trade facilitation, trade enabling infrastructure, harmonization of trade standards, industrialization, regional value chains, and investment. There will also be an opportunity for training exporters on how to access the African market and twinning arrangements with other African or global entities. Our virtual trade fair, which we are now, enables virtual participation by buyers and sellers in the trade fair as a 365-day, 24/7 platform, reigniting economies and allowing inter-Africa trade to continue. The virtual trade fair has virtual booths, hosts webinars, and facilitates virtual engagement between buyers and sellers. The IATF is an innovative and cost-effective platform to promote, educate, and sell your products and services to larger audiences of key players. We also have our merchandising and our marketplace store, and this is an opportunity for you to purchase official IATF merchandise, as well as an opportunity for exhibitors to use the platform through the IATF marketplace to sell your products online. Then we have our very exciting Creative Africa Nexus program. This will showcase Africa's creative economy. The program will showcase the creative economy in Africa over 7 days, including a 2-day Creative Africa Nexus Summit, 7-day exhibition with a dedicated area to the creative sector, masterclasses, fashion shows, and many more. Countries have been invited to bid for the Country Day feature. There are only 5 country days available, and selected countries will have the opportunity to showcase their trade, investment, and tourism cultural opportunities. Currently, Day 1 is dedicated to the host country, Rwanda, and the other countries who have taken up the invite have been Ghana and Ivory Coast. A dedicated area in our exhibition will focus on automotive, and this will be the automotive's opportunity to showcase what the continent has to offer through various networking opportunities, meetings, and workshops. A very exciting addition to our program is going to be the Youth Startup Program. This is going to have a dedicated pavilion which is just for the youth startups in Africa, where they will showcase their goods and services. IATF 2021 will provide an opportunity for the youth for matchmaking with venture capitalists, entrepreneurship training, networking amongst the youth and other important delegates. This will give the youth a voice on IATF. The communication channels we're using for IATF is communicated through multiple channels across multiple continents. The campaign includes ongoing promotions about the various components of the event through media buying platforms, including TV and digital, social media, virtual trade fair, which we are now, and network engagements through live events across the world. There are various opportunities for you to take advantage of through IATF 2021. You can get your brand associated with a captive audience who could be your next big business opportunity. IATF and its affiliates are recognized as thought leaders with networks that reach far and wide. We have various customized sponsorship opportunities for you. You could be a big business or a small business. We do have a right package for you. As a partner, you will benefit from branding rights, access to over 1,000 buyers, 10,000 visitors, over 1,100 exhibitors, over 55 African governments, over 20 international governments, and this is the platform where you can meet these guys. We will have the global hosted buyers and investors as well. How do you participate? Very simple. You can either sign up for a virtual trade fair booth immediately, which will give you access to all the markets for 365 days of the year for a very small amount of $750 per annum. Or you may sign up for an exhibition booth to take part in our trade exhibition in Kigali, Rwanda next year. Or you may sign up as a visitor or a delegate, and you may do that online immediately. Or you may take the opportunity to take one of our sponsorship packages. Should you have any questions, please feel free to contact us directly. We're more than happy to assist you with any information you may require. Our social media pages are constantly updated for the most up-to-date information. And we look forward to seeing you in Kigali, September 2021.
Thank you so much, Janice. That was a very informative presentation on the Intra-African Trade Fair. We hope to see you all in Kigali from the 6th to the 12th of September next year. Look out for the IATF video that will play after this session. Please take time to explore the VTF and in particular the Korean Pavilion to learn more about the products and services offered by our Korean exhibitors. Thank you for joining our Korea Africa Foundation Week. Bye-bye.
Join Africa's largest trade and investment fair in Rwanda. Intra-African Trade Fair gives you access to more than 1,100 exhibitors, 10,000 visitors and buyers, and more than 5,000 conference delegates from more than 55 countries. Participate in trade and investment deals worth $40 billion as business and government come together to explore business and networking opportunities at the International Exhibition. Brought to you by the African Export-Import Bank and their premium partners. The IATF 2021, transforming Africa.